You will crack any service-based company interview after this video. Yes, my 500 hours of experience, I mentored many students. We have 97% plus success rate in our mock interview session, where we'll transform the interview opportunity into the offer letter, as well as the mentors that are there for you all to give you guidance, support and stuff. They also have the experience of cracking all the service-based company in their placement time. Yes. And the student who qualified, we figured out what all traits of that students are. We wrote everything which is required so that you should start working on it. It may be you are from 2025 batch, your placement is done, but yes, in from January onwards, off-campus market will again come, and the off-campus hiring will also come for multiple service-based companies. So you need to work on it, and if you're not able to crack any placement yet, this video will help you out. So without wasting time, let's see how and what you need to do to crack any service-based company interview. Okay, service-based company, multiple type of company do come: TCS, Accenture, Capgemini, Cognizant, IBM, that system engineer role, and multiple things. Okay, but if I talk about the product-based company, which is not being covered here, for that you can take help of topmate Hito. Okay, so Hito, you can provide a prompt in which he will give you the particular mentor which suits on your prompt. As I wrote, suggest me software engineer who has free to 200 rupees mentor fees. So he's keep on suggesting me multiple type of software engineer who work in big product-based companies, and their experience are 3 years, 9 years, 0.7 years, 8 years, and much more. Let's say if you, let's say more, let's see 2 years and 7 years. So see, Walmart India 7 years, and he is offering free available services too. So if you see any of these services, okay, if you see any of these services, quick chat 000. So why are you waiting for? You should go and ask about his experience and how he can crack any company off campus. And let's say if you want to have a session with a guy who is paid, okay, and you want to get the discount on it, so what you can do, as you can see, he is a senior engineer at Qualcomm, and he is also graduated from IIIT Delhi. So this would be the best shot. So for mock interview, you can just click on a 200 rupees session, and what I will provide you from my side is this code, which no creator will provide, because all my commission is going into this particular coupon, so that this coupon will become solid. Okay, so worth of rupees 200 session is just in 170 rupees. So what are you waiting for? The link would be in the description. Do check it out to done with your product based guidance. So the very first point before the interview preparation we'll talk in a flow. Before interview, what you need to do, and when you are preparing specific for the interview, what you need to do. Okay, so before that, what is the interview preparation would be? Refine your resume. Yes, it maybe they will ask you operating system, OS, OOPS or not, but they will ask you most of the question from your resume itself. So your resume should be proper, and you should not put those stuff which you mentioned because of FOMO. You should remove that, because that is the black hole you are providing, or a loop, or a something you are providing to interviewer, so that the interviewer can remove you from the interview drive. So don't give any chance so that you will be get rejected. So put your resume in a proper manner. If possible, try to increase your ATS score more than 70, which is sufficient. Don't put more hard words, more numbers to just increase the ATS score, and you don't know about those numbers and technologies. So only specific to the knowledge you have mentioned in your particular resume. Now, if you talk about online assessment, because when your resume is done, you will gonna apply in online assessment. So in online assessment, there are multiple chunks. First would be a technical question, which contains of OOPS, SQL, and this type of subject. Then another would come as coding. Okay, and other is apti. So most of the service-based company do have apti, but few of this particular salary range company also ask only technical and coding. So you need to prepare accordingly. Prime coding is totally filled with, like, we don't teach apti, but yes, it is fully filled with technical and coding knowledge. So for that, prime coding is enough, because if you see the comment section, we have multiple success rate from our video. Okay, so online assessment, you just need to go through all your topics. You should able to solve all the programming questions, which are very easy. You are done with the online assessment. Now the third picture comes is communication. because we found that many company service base, after the OA they will take you to the communication round, where it would be of 1 hour or 2 hour, where multiple type of sections is there: listening, speaking, marking, fill in the blanks, and much more. All type of section would be there. You need to uh, give your best to pass this communication round. If you are able to give proper answer, have proper grammar, you are totally shortlisted after this round. Multiple companies don't have the elimination as well, but I guess Cognizant do have communication as an rejection round 2, elimination round 2. So round 4, after this you will end up your journey in the interview. Okay, after this extensive interview experience or online assessment experience, you will have the interview round, in which it would be face to face. Most probably all the service based company do have face to face, leaving Accenture, but yes, sometimes Accenture also do. So for that, you should have first thing is, if you are going to into the interview, you should be on time. Please be on time, because on time is the first impression you are giving to the interviewer. It's not like if your interview is on 12:30, you will join at 12:20. No, you should join at 12:20 or 25 and sit. Okay, because that would be your first impression. Now another impression would be, when you get into the interview, what interviewer will see in you? Your camera is on, so you should be well dressed. Yes, you should be well dressed in formals. Okay, in formals, like you should wear shirt or anything that you want to, but it should be very formal attire, not more than that, because I saw multiple people do wear the t-shirt, or as they will be wearing that only, and they give the interview. It's not like that. And formals, if I'm talking about, you should also well groomed, and in grooming everything comes, which is your hairstyle, your looks, whether your face is washed or not, everything. Okay, so please, after becoming on time, you should focus on your full attire, your face, your hair, and everything. Okay, now after that, you should, what you will do after that, what you will do, your speaking will start. So yes, you should greet, like, talk in a humble manner, greet them whenever they are giving them opportunity, call them as a sir, ma'am. Don't call the name itself. I know in the company we usually call by name, but you are not in company right now. Please say by the sir or ma'am. Okay, then give your proper introduction. Okay, now for introduction, be prepared, and I will strictly tell you, don't memorize your introduction. Be full with bags, so that you will able to create your response on the point. But if you memorize it and if you forget one line, you are done. You will not able to explain the tell me about yourself question. So that would be the red flag. So only study how you need to frame your answer, what would be the flow. Okay, first I will talk about myself, then my college, then my code, then my CGPA, then my class 10th, class 12th result, then I will talk about my project or any internship experience you have, then I will talk about my achievement, and done. So these type of flow you should know, and how you gonna frame it, that should be there in your mind. Other than that, don't memorize it, otherwise you will be in the trouble. And if you are doing well, if 3 steps has been going well, it shows your soft skills is good. Okay, and I'm just talking about the communication, because you're able to greet, you're able to speak, your introduction is on point, you are well dressed, you are on time, which is you have a punctuality, you have a good communication skills. Now if you have soft skills written as leadership quality, you have a leadership quality, then you have a adaptable, or many types of thing that is not satisfied by the resume. If you have leadership quality, you should write something, or you should speak something about your leadership quality. Or if you are a team player, you should have a project which is developed by team, something, so that it will validate or proof of this soft skills. Yes, if you are claiming yourself as a leader, you have the respective experience too. Otherwise, don't write the soft skills which are not in your resume, which is not in you. Okay, it would be a big red flag. Great. So yes, I talk about the soft skills leadership. So please only mention those things which you have. Don't come into FOMO and mention everything that you should not think. Okay. So let's speak about the 4 components now, which is most important component that we got it. Okay. First is English fluency. Yes. In English fluency, Many of the people do lag into it. Many people do lag into it. You are not alone. So what you can do before your interview, like 1 day or 3 day or 4 day or 1 week prior to your interview, you should start speaking in English. If you have your dad, your mom, or your younger brother or your elder brother, start speaking in English with them. Otherwise, talk to yourself only by seeing the mirror. Okay, if you see the mirror and see yourself, how you are speaking, how your hand gesture is moving, how your body language are, or otherwise record yourself to see how, whether you are able to understand, or whether you are able to make stuff easy to understand or not, whether you are understandable or not. Okay, after doing this fluency, I will recommend you is those who are not confident in English, they most probably or most likely to memorize all the lines that they need to say. Starting about, tell me about yourself, starting about any project description, any experience description, any certification description, they just memorized it. And if I ask, or if I cross check, or if I interrupt in between, they will not able to say. This is my personal experience in the mock interviews. If I interrupt in between, if they memorize it, they will start fluctuating again to restart it, because when you memorize, you need a flow to say everything. But if I interrupt, you will lose that flow, and your memorization would be of no use. Okay, so every time speak loud, so that your ears are also listening what you are speaking about. It's not like you need to speak about the concept A, but you are speaking about the concept B. So when you will able to figure it out, when you are listening your thoughts or whatever you are speaking. Okay, now the third part is your project, or the second component. The second component would be your project. So for project, I will highly recommend you, I have created a video which is a project interview question. You can find that video in the I button or in the description below. Okay, that has all type of it. You have a full stack project, if you have a multiple type of project, I took the example and I frame how you need to explain your project, as well as the interview questions that you can expect. If you have a ML project, if you have a React or a full stack project, then what type of question you can expect. All these videos are already created. It's your responsibility to see. If you are serious, you will watch it and write everything which is necessary to crack your upcoming service based companies. Okay, and I would say the most important part would be thorough with your project. Because I know, we know in engineering, most of the people do copy the project from their friends, from their someone and else. Please be thorough with your project. Whatever you are mentioning, whatever you are writing, you should know that properly. Otherwise, that would be the red flag. If interviewer able to find the stuff that you have not implemented and you have claimed that you work on that particular tech stack, then it would be straight away red flag. Okay, so if you are about your project, do know about your tech stack that you are using, because most of the people do mention the project, but they don't know what tech stack they used, why they used, what is the advantages of using that tech stack, or any challenges that you face. So these are the very common questions as well, which can be asked in your interview. So be prepared with the component 2 as well. Okay, so let's speak about third component. Okay, third component, which is about the most, which is confidence. Okay, if you are in confident, guys, if you have confidence, then sometime your wrong answer also looks like you are telling the right answer. So it may be, if interviewer not cross check your answers, you will be get shortlisted, isn't it? So your confidence level should be very high, or it should be saturated throughout the interview. Okay, it is not going too high, it is not going too low. Your confidence chart is in a linear fashion, okay, or in a constant fashion. Okay, I know sometimes there are ups and downs too, whether you are able to give the right answer or not, whether you are not able to give the answer or not. So there are specific time where you are not able to say the answer properly. That is the not bad part. Okay, it happened. So what you can do is put your confidence on that particular level. I don't know whether I know or not. Whatever you are speaking about, you should be very, very confident. And I'm talking about the confidence. I'm not talking about to become overconfident. Okay, sometimes people are telling the wrong answer, which cannot be true. Sometimes if you relate it with something else as well, but their confidence level is on the sky. Don't do that. Okay, think logically. Where the logic is applied, okay, you can become the confident person, but don't become the overconfident person on non-logical thing. Okay, so yes. Now, the third part. Sir, how I can crack the interview? I have this project skills with me. I know English, or I maintain my English fluency. Now I am good with my confidence skills too. What I will talk about is previous question and behavior questions, which is typically called as HR. For this also, I created a video of all TR and MR question you can expect. It will be there in the I button. Do check that out. Otherwise, you can search on the YouTube HR MR questions by Prime Coding. You will get that video where all type of HR MR questions with their templates, I mentioned it properly. Okay, so do check that out, and always try to give best and humble answer. Humble, I will mark 2 stars. Okay, only humble answer. Whether you are too good, whether you are too low, but you should be ground to earth, down to earth, as well as you should be very humble too. You're not showing off for something. You're not telling the interviewer that I know more than you. You should be very humble throughout the interview. You should have a cute smile on your face, not that big smile, only cute smile on your face, whether you know the answer, whether you don't know the answer. Whenever you are knowing the answer, have the smile, reply on that particular question very slowly so that you can maintain the English fluency. Okay, and try to have that leadership, and I would say try to be honest with you. Okay, whatever you are, just try to be there, because they want to check your presence of mind. Okay, like if that case happened, what you will do? If this case happened, what you can do? If this happened, then what you will do? What is the situation and how you can react on it? So these kind of questions are totally HR based, where they want to check your presence of mind, how much attentive you are, or how good decision taker you are. Okay, so try to focus on the points that I said, and after this all, after summing this up, one thing you need to do is, if you are managed to speak well, if you are managed to communicate well, if you managed to make the things easy and understandable, still I will recommend you to have mock interview, because this is the only brahmastra that you can use before your interview. Because if you are able to answer all the questions in the mock interview properly, and the mentor said you will crack it, then definitely you will crack your upcoming interview. Okay, because your pronunciation has been checked, your communication has been checked, your weakness has been told to you, your resume is up to the mark, because we provide 60 minutes of mock interview and 30 minutes of feedback session, or it's totally ranging upon your performance in the interview too. But yes, this is intuitive, which is like 100 minutes we are giving to you so that you can ace your upcoming interview in just few hundreds of bucks. So what are you waiting for? If you want to make your parents proud, and if you want to transform your interview opportunity into the offer letter, go to www.primecoding.in and see the magic after that. See the magic. If you are worthy enough, if you followed all these things, then see the magic how you become in this mock interview. And after that, in the interview, you will be feeling very good, because if you see the success story that I always uploaded on my channel, these people cracked Accenture, TCS, because they took mock interviews, as well as many people also, but they are shy enough to come on camera. But yeah, I will recommend you to test yourself for sure, because mock practice is important to crack the actual war. Okay, if you mean it, then only you will able to. Otherwise, it will be very hard, because sometimes you may face issue. It may be you're not able to frame the answer in the nervous condition. So you are the one who gonna face that issue, and only one time in the life the opportunity will come. If you're able to grab, you able to grab it. Otherwise, it would be issue to you. So we'll meet you with a new video soon. Until then, take care.